What's up? This is Matty from Memphis Mayfire, and you're watching Kayam Interviews.
Hey guys, this is Kayam Interviews. We are here with Memphis Mayfire. If you could introduce your name and position in the band.
What's up? I'm Matty, and I sing for the band Memphis Mayfire.
Awesome. So we're going to start off with some icebreakers real quick. What's a hobby that you have that most fans don't know about?
I love like fighter jets. I've always been a big fan of fighter jets, and I love going to like air shows and stuff whenever I have time. I think like the Blue Angels and all that stuff's like the sickest. But yeah, when I was growing up, I always had wanted to get a pilot's license and learn how to do that kind of stuff. So yeah, like I really am in aerobatics and stuff like that. I get a kick out of.
Sick. Do you have a certain favorite jet that you would aspire to?
The F-16 will always be my favorite jet because of the movie Iron Eagle.
Dope. All right, so another icebreaker. If you could bring back any artist from the dead and replace them with a living artist, who would those two be?
Jeez, dude. Probably bring back MJ, dude.
Heck yeah.
He went a little too soon. And I would replace him with Nicki Minaj. Yeah.
Nicki Minaj is always a favorite in this portion of the interview. Nobody likes her.
Yeah, not a fan.
All right, so last one, sorry, actually, I guess that was the last icebreaker. But how's the tour going so far? I know it's early, but what have the fan reactions been like? You know, with the anticipation of your new album coming out, are people kind of getting eager to hear some new stuff or whatnot?
Yeah. By the time it comes out, we'll have cycled on Challenger for about 2 years, you know? So it's time to put out a new record. And it's awesome, dude. Like, we're so proud of it. We've got 7 songs done vocally, and the entire record is done instrumentally. When we get back from Europe, I'm flying back to the studio to finish it up. But, man, dude, it's something else. Like, it's definitely the record I've always wanted to put out. Very proud of it. Lyrical content is the realest I've ever written, and I think it's what the world needs, man. I'm excited to put it out.
Yeah. So I know fans are eager to hear something about it. So like, what differs, from previous releases, lyrically and sound-wise?
Well, instrumentally, like we're Memphis Mayfire. We always will be. We're gonna write Memphis Mayfire records, But what's cool is this record really, there's so much orchestral layers and I would say from start to finish the record kind of sounds like a soundtrack to a movie, even though there's really no theme to the record lyrically. It's very epic, and it's I don't know. It's great though, man. Like lyrically, I'm writing about everything from the need of children in third world countries to anxiety and depression and how they play a role in your life, and how to overcome those things, and just a lot of really great topics that I haven't hit yet, and I don't know, I'm excited about it, man. It's a great record.
So where did the sort of like movie theme come from, or orchestra? Is there like some sort of orchestra theme that's in this album?
Kellen really just loves movies and studies soundtracks a lot, I think. And so a lot of the orchestra style stuff that goes into the record is just from him being influenced by the cinema, He loves it, so.
Cool. So, is it almost daunting to think about the fan reaction with this new album? Like, since it is, it's been kind of, 2 years, and then your last album had so much success with, like, being Rise's, like, top selling for pre-order and whatnot.
Yeah, no, if it was like a mediocre record, then I think I would be a little worried. But it's not, man. Like, we put the hours and we put the time into it and put the thought into it. It is a great record. I'm not worried about the response. It's going to be great.
Awesome. So what's one theme on this album that, I know you talked about kids in third world countries and whatnot, and your sister works with a ministry as well. And so what sort of things would you say is the number one topic that you really are excited to let fans hear about in your lyrics?
I can't, dude. It's like every single song is so special to me. I wrote about how success and money and things like that don't make you happy, Like so many people, including myself, have always worked towards bigger and better things, and it doesn't matter each level you get to, you're always like looking for happiness and looking for, like that never-ending pursuit of happiness. And I just, I found peace and I found joy in God. That's it, and that's the only thing that can truly offer that to me. And so some of the songs are about that and stuff. Like definitely touches on a lot of my religious point of views and stuff. So yeah.
So lyrically, do you believe it's like kind of your calling to talk to the fans about regarding religion, or where do you stand on that? Like necessarily, like, you know, when you're expressing yourself, is it something that you want towards fan, or is it more of an expression when you talk about God?
No, I definitely feel called to tell people. It's not. I've never felt like I need to tell people that they need to do this or they need to go to or they're going to go to hell or anything like that. I've never felt that. But I have gone through so much of these same things that these kids are writing in these letters that they write for me, you know. And every time I read a letter, I see myself in these kids and what they're going through in the struggle. And all I want to do is help and tell them exactly how to overcome it and to be the inspiration that they need. And so in reality, I'm just being honest. You know, I'm not preaching. I'm just being honest.
All right, so moving on to more about the album, I heard that there's going to be some songs with no screaming on it. Do you think that's going to be something that will attract more fans, or do you think that's just something that will, how do you think the fan reaction will be to that? Like, do you think current fans will kind of be upset or anything like that?
I think the idea of a song without screaming sounds a little bit like unnerving to our fans. Like, there's like, that doesn't make quite. But at the end of the day, a good song is a good song. And when you listen from start to finish, and if you didn't hear any screaming, you were still like, man, that was great. And you're like, oh, but there wasn't any screaming, so I hate it. You know, it's not going to be like that. A good song's a good song. And we're just here to write good songs. And yeah, there's absolutely some songs without screaming, and I'm stoked on them.
For sure. And another thing that regarding the album is I know that you guys take a while to think of the name of the album, but has that been decided yet or anything like that?
I'm pretty sure that we named the record, yeah. Can't talk about it, but yeah.
Yeah. Does it encompass a certain theme, or is it just kind of something that overall is an overarching theme for your band?
The title really does sum up almost every song on the record somehow. I don't know how we did that, but it really feels right. So.
Yeah. For sure. All right, so lastly, you know, what's next for you guys after this tour? What's going on with, obviously, other than touring, recording, whatnot?
Unfortunately, we have to jump off this Sleeping with Sirens tour halfway through it. But it's cool because we're going to Europe. That's why we're jumping off halfway through. We're going over there for the UK Warped Tour over there. And then we're also doing a run with Parkway Drive and We Came as Romans while we're over there, too. So it'll be cool. Yeah, and then right when we get home from that, we are, I'm going right back to the studio to finish up some more songs, and then from there we take a little bit of time off, and then we do another tour, which I can't talk about yet. So,
awesome.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, tons of new information about the album and whatnot, but thanks for having us, and that is Keim Interviews. Take it easy.